Alright, so here I got the Mesco Batmobile and Batman inside the Batmobile, and he is very tight sitting in here. His arms, you can see they are the gauntlet cannot be straightened out unless you flip it the other way, because the fins will get in the way. So best way for him to sit in here is with his arm bent like so. Also, you really have to tuck him downwards, because otherwise the cowl will get in the way. The cockpit won't be able to close properly if you don't tug them all the way in to the seat. Yeah, quite tight actually, but he will fit in this Batmobile, just very, very tight. And here I got the Mafex Batman sitting in the Batmobile, and he's a lot more comfortable because he's a bit skinnier than the Mesco Batman, and yeah, definitely a lot comfortable, a lot easier for you to put him in, and the cockpit doesn't get in the way. I mean, the canopy doesn't get in the way at all. So yeah, that fits perfectly. So I guess you can wait for the Mafex version of the armor suit Batman, and then you could use that for this vehicle. And here I have three Batmans, the Ben Affleck Batmans. The left one is the Mesco, the middle one is the Mafex, and then the right one is the Mattel. So there's all three of them. And here's the Mattel Batman in the Batmobile. It's actually pretty tight too. The top part, the chest area and the shoulders are kind of wide, so it's a lot like the Mafex one. I mean, like the Mesco one. So it's kind of tight while he's sitting in there. But I guess if you adjust it properly, he should be able to fit perfectly, because this figure is meant for this vehicle. But so far, the best one would be the Mafex. That's the easiest for you to put into this Batmobile. And a couple of things I didn't like about this Batmobile is the main thing is the speaker. It's back here. You can see there's some stuff on it right now because I put a piece of tape over it. That's where the speaker is, and it is so loud and annoying that I find it quite loud. So basically I use a black cloth and then tugged it in to this section back here. That's where the speaker is, and then up here also has a few ventilation holes here for the sound to come out. So I try to muffle that with another piece of cloth, and I put a tape over it. And then once you put the fins back on, you're not gonna be able to see this clearly, so it'll be a lot it doesn't look as messy, because right now it's just a piece of tape across. It looks kind of messy, but once the fins are back on, it totally covers it up. And here with the fins on, you can see you can barely see the cloth. I mean, you can still see the cloth, and the tape, but still it covers up quite nicely. So it definitely muffled the speaker quite a lot, which is what I prefer. But eventually I'll find a better way to work this. But yeah, so far that's what I did to it. Focus. There you go. Yeah, it's a really, really nice looking vehicle. Yeah, so let me turn it on so you guys can kind of hear it start up. It's back here, because once I muffled it, it sounds a lot better. It's the idle sound that's annoying. When it starts up, it's kind of cool, but once it's on idle, that sound is really, really annoying, and it's really, really loud too. Right now here you can see the lights are flashing because it's not hooked up to a to the controller, so that's why it's doing that. And grab my phone here. So first you want to turn on Wi-Fi and then you just start the program. Focus this thing. There we go. And then it's trying to connect. And you can see the lights are off because it found the control. Found the, I mean, it's linked up to the Batmobile now. So if I click on the light here, yes, and the headlights turn on. Come on, focus. There we go. And see, there are 4 lights, 2 white and 2 orange. And then the back also lights up too. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me turn this around. No, I guess you have to move before it actually. I'll try to move forward. Let's see. Okay, too fast. Okay. Yeah, and then the smoke will come out. I didn't fill any of the liquid in yet, but I think it has some smoke in there already. I'm not sure. Wait, it's not working. Alright, so back here's where you fill the fluid. Back here there's a little cap, and then gives you this bottle of fluid, and then you just pour. I added a few drops, so let's close this back up. And here you can see the cockpit lights up, the dash. See right there, lights. Close this back up. And then back here, it's so hard to see the smoke. Doesn't seem to be working right now. Yeah, I can't even tell whether there's smoke or not. And then there's the suspension, the hydraulics. And it races. And it comes back down. And cool. But then once you raise the hydraulics, you could definitely hear the speaker a little bit more, even though I muffled the speaker itself, because there are a lot more openings now for the sound to come out. But here's what the vehicle looks like with the hydraulics up and then back down. Kind of cool. I like this feature. And as for the steering, it's kind of hard to see. Then this is the left and right. Left to right. Kind of cool. And then we're gonna fire stuff. There's to raise the cannon on the. That's the cannon, the raise, and lowered. And then there's the machine gun that is spinning. Cool. You can actually see them spin. Let me see if I can focus for you. Here. And there's the rocket. Come on. Rocket sound. Kind of cool. And here I got the cockpit open, and you can see, nope, you can't see. There you can see 2 Batmans in front, right there. In first person view, you can see the Batman, it's kind of cool, but if the cockpit is down, oh shit, the cockpit is, I mean, if the canopy is down, it's really hard to see anything, actually. Yeah, that's when it's down. And a good look at the vehicle. The vehicle is awesome. Really impressive from Mattel. Very happy with it. Tires are rubber tires. Not sure how long those will last you, but yeah. No, those are the rockets and stuff. in front. And here's a good look at the side view of the vehicle. Really nice. The paint job is nice. Very happy with it. There's some scuff marks on it. Man-made, of course. They're painted on nicely, and yeah, I'm happy with it. Wish it had a little more weathering, but I could always add that myself if I need to. But yeah, it's a really, really nice piece. And here's the other side of the Batmobile. Really cool. And here's a straight-on front shot of the vehicle. And there's the cockpit and the canopy. Really nice. The cannon, the machine guns there, and then here's a top view of it. Awesome looking vehicle. Here's another top view. The vehicle. I was surprised how wide the tires are. I was hoping they would be a little bit tighter to the body, but I'm not sure if that's because it is an RC vehicle or whether that's accurate. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, the tires are quite wide actually. And over here on the side is where the battery is housed, and right there, the hole, there's a screw in there. It's best to use a Phillips screwdriver. I think it's better than using the. Then once you open this up, compartment right here is where the battery is housed, and it's a pretty tight quarter for the battery, so I suggest putting either a ribbon or some sort around the battery when you put it in, so it's easier for you to pull it back out later on, because otherwise the battery might get stuck in there, or you might have to yank the power cable quite a bit to pull it back out. But yeah, it is a removable battery. It's one of those RC type batteries. I guess you could get them at hobby shops and stuff. I'm not quite sure, but most likely you could get it there. But yeah, that's where the battery is housed. And it took pretty fast to charge this thing. It says the battery actually says it's super fast charging batteries or something, and it took I think about an hour to charge. That's about it, or might even be less. I'm not quite sure. I didn't really time it, but yeah, that's where the battery compartment is. And let's see what else. Oh, when you first get this vehicle, you would have to put this piece on the rockets, and then the machine guns you have to put it on, and then this big machine gun you also have to put it on, and then these two fins you have to put it on. They're all snap-on, so quite easily. And here's a good size comparison between these Batmans with the Batmobile. You can see they are in scale with the Batmobile, even though the vehicle, it says, is 1/10 scale. The figures are 1/12 scale. They're close enough where it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna really tell the difference between whether the Batman is too small for the vehicle or whether it's too big, etc. But yeah, 1/10 for the vehicle and 1/12 for these figures. But they fit perfectly. And here's the box. It is super nice. It has a couple of, well, just one thing. No, actually two cutout section. The bat symbol, there's a cutout there, and then on the side there's a little cutout over here. So you can slide this sleeve, and once you slide off the sleeve, then you get this black bat symbol, and on the side it shows the vehicle. Same down here, the vehicle, and then on this side as well. And once you lift the lid, and then the vehicle is right here. Pretty cool. And then there are a bunch of screws you need to undo, and then to take this to remove this Batmobile from the base here. So there you have it. There's the Batmobile. I got this off Amazon actually. It was listed for $155 during Black Friday, so I had to jump on it. Initially, I bought it off Target. It was what was it? It had a discount, 25% off. I got it a few actually November, I think, when it first came on online to for purchasing for pre-order, and I got it with a 25% off coupon, so it came out to $204 shipped. But then it got delayed twice. It was supposed to come out November, and it got delayed, and then now got delayed to December 13 or something. And then I saw this guy during Black Friday for $155, so off Amazon. So I had to jump on it because that's a great savings for this vehicle here. And $155 is definitely worth it. $250 not so much. But if you get it for $200 or so, I say it's still worth it. $155 definitely. Well, it wasn't like $155, but with tax and everything, it was about $170 shipped. So yeah, that's still a really, really great deal. So if you get it at that, that's amazing. But if you can't, $200 I think is still worth it. But $250, you have to be a diehard fan to actually want this. So there you go. There's the Batmobile from Mattel. Thanks for watching.